Okay, so here is another example of this filament. I've printed off some mini benchies. And you can see here, they're all the exact same model, but I reduced them in size to allow them to all fit on one plate because I wanted to print the plate as objects so they could print with the same filament but at different temperatures. Not by layer, but one benchy at a time at different temperatures. So I've put on the bottom the temperatures that I printed them at. So the lowest temperature, 240, and then 250, and then 260, and finally 270. And so remember this TPU air that I've been printing and experimenting with, as you heat it up more, it foams more. So the 270 should be the softest, 260 less soft, 250 less, and 240 less soft. So here's the benchy. You can see it's not bad. It has a little bit of stringing on the inside. Maybe you can see that. I'll bring this light a little bit closer. You can see there's some stringing on the inside, but not too bad. Does a pretty good job. But from a squish perspective, it's fairly solid. You know, it's a little bit rubbery. So it's definitely TPU. It's not hard filament, but it's not the softest at 240. And then at 250, again, a little bit of stringing, not too bad. You know, not awful. But at 250, it's a little bit more flexible. You see, this is more flexible. That's more flexible. This is definitely more flexible. Let's try 260. 260, same kind of internals, but from a softness perspective, a lot softer. A lot softer. You know, with this one you can actually bend quite easily, whereas the 240 in the same bend doesn't bend much at all, but this one bends significantly. That's the 260. And then finally the 270, and I'm going to print one at 280 just to see if it gets even more fluffy. But the 270, again, you know, internals look pretty good, not too bad. But the softness, it's quite soft. You know, this is, oops, definitely foamy, definitely bendable, definitely soft.